Hello, and welcome to this quiz about the ins and outs of biblical windows. How many window painful questions will there be? Let's see. Question 1. Who was let down through a window to escape from his father-in-law? Was it Paul, Peter, David, or Moses? And that was David escaping Saul in 1 Samuel 19. Question 2. Who saved spies by letting them down through her window? Was it Rahab, Tabitha, Bathsheba, or Naomi? And that was Rahab in Joshua 2. Question 3. Who escaped in a basket through a window? Was it Samson, Lazarus, Paul, or Jeremiah? And that was Paul in Acts 9:24-25. Question 4. Who sent a raven out of a window? Was that Elijah, Ahab, Jezebel, or Noah? And of course, that was the first animal out of the ark by Noah, Genesis 8. Question 5. Who told the king to shoot an arrow out of a window? Was that Obed, Elisha, Mordecai, or James? And that was Elisha in 2 Kings chapter 13. Question 6. Whose mother sat by a window and cried because her son hadn't returned? Was that Sisera, Ishmael, Saul, or Achan? And that was Sisera, told in Judges 5, verses 28-30. Question 7. Who told the queen's servants to throw her out of a window? Was that Naboth, Elijah, Ahab, or Jehu? And that was Jehu, throwing Jezebel out of a window in 2 Kings 9. Question 8. Who looked out of a window and saw Isaac and Rebekah hugging and kissing? Was that Abimelech, Abraham, Rachel, or Jacob? And that was Abimelech in Genesis 26. Question 9. Who sat at a window and fell asleep while Paul was preaching? Was that Aeneas, Eutychus, Onesimus, or Timothy? And that poor fellow plunging to his death was Eutychus in Acts 20. Question 10. Who looked through a window and saw the king leaping and dancing in 2 Samuel? Was that Bathsheba, Haggith, Abigail, or Michal? And that was Michal. Question 11. Who prayed with his windows open? Was that Elisha, Zechariah, Daniel, or Ezekiel? That was Daniel, in Daniel 6. Question 12. Who painted her face and looked out of a window? Was that Delilah, Athaliah, Jezebel, or Esther? Well, we're back with Jezebel in 2 Kings 9. Question 13. Who made a window of narrow lights? Was that Herod, Nimrod, Solomon, or David? And that was Solomon in 1 Kings chapter 6. Question 14. In which book does it mention those that look out of the windows be darkened? Is that the Song of Solomon, Ecclesiastes, Lamentations, or Proverbs? The answer is Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. Question 15. What happened when the windows of heaven were opened in the days of Noah? Did a rainbow appear? Or manna fall from the sky? Was there a giant earthquake strike? Or did it rain for 40 days? It rained for 40 days in Genesis 7. Question 16. Who locked all the doors and climbed out of a window? Was that David, Gideon, Laban, or Ehud? That was Ehud in Judges 3. Question 17. In which book do we read, "For at the window of my house I have looked out through my lattice"? Is that 1 Kings, Ezekiel, Job, or Proverbs? And you'll find that in Proverbs, chapter 7. Question 18. In which city shall owls hoot through the windows? Is that Nineveh, Tyre, Babylon, or Jericho? And that is Nineveh, coming from Zephaniah chapter 2. Question 19. What is described as entering through the windows like a thief? Is it darkness, sin, locusts, or death? That is locusts in Joel chapter 2. And question 20, something a little different. The great east window of York Minster has 311 panels dating back to 1405. What does the main section depict? Here's an example. Is it the creation story, the 10 Commandments, the Passion, or the Apocalypse? And the main section depicts the apocalypse. Go have a look if you can. So how did you do? Thank you for playing, and let us know your score in the comments section below. If you'd like to hear about the future readings or quizzes, hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell. Until next time, God bless and goodbye.